Hey everybody, it's your girl Neil. How are you doing? I hope that you are having a fantastic Wednesday. I'm having a decent Wednesday. I'm just hanging out in the tiny studio today. I have on my work dress because I'm working with some paints and I've been helping the tiny studio assistant um renovate her bedroom, and I have a I have some paint in my hair. Oh shoot. I just noticed I got to get that out. But I've been helping the tiny studio assistant, and now I'm back in the tiny studio because I am preparing to open a package, and I want to open it with you, my tiny studio guest. So as I told you before, and the reason why I do this is because I know that there are new tiny studio guests that happen to pop in to the tiny studio from time to time, and so I like to be inclusive and to let them know what's going on. And to do that, I have to give everyone an update, right? So here's the thing. What's been going on is I have been really getting my home together for the fall. And because of my spiritual journey, I'm really getting ready to hibernate or go into myself and really reflect on these last, I want to say these last 6 months, and to really reflect on what I've accomplished, what I haven't accomplished, what I have yet to accomplish. And I'm just getting the house together, getting our home together for the fall winter season, the season of hibernation, the season of harvest, doing all of those things. So in process, I have been doing some thrifting, and I thrift in person at brick and mortar establishments, but I also like to thrift online. And occasionally you find some really, really great deals if you are paying attention. So I have a vintage tea and silver tea and coffee set that I thrifted from a local thrift store in Detroit many years ago. And that's sitting on my buffet in the dining room area. And I like to have metals in my home. Um, you have to excuse my work shirt. My work shirt's looking crazy. But I have thrifted a lot of different silver items in my home for a number of years. And so I decided that I wanted to have um a silver tea coffee set in my great room on the table. And I just have this idea in mind of how I would like it to look. And I've been looking for a vintage silver plate tea and coffee service for a while now, maybe about 3 years. And I thought that I was going to have to piece it together, like buy the tray and then buy the coffee pot, then the teapot, and then the creamer and the sugar bowl. And, I was thinking, well, I'm going to have to, piece one together. But the other day, a seller that I recently bought a vintage Pyrex bowl from, to add to my baking station in my kitchen. And I noticed that she put something new up in it. It was a silver plate tea and coffee set with the tray. And I said, oh, let me look at that. And so I looked at it, and she had it professionally polished and everything. And it looked great. And it was by a silver plate manufacturer that I'm very familiar with, because I have some pieces that are part of this manufacturer's line. And this is the Towel, or the Toll. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I want to say Toll, Towle. And I have two beautiful silver plate pots, bowls from this vintage manufacturer. And so I said, you know what, let me check it out, because I was really looking for pieces to my vintage William Rogers and Brothers coffee and tea service. And I have their set already with the of course, with the creamer and the sugar bowl and all of that. And it's part of the Victorian Rose collection. And so I thought that I will continue to source items for that collection, such as flatware, bowls, and different odds and ends that would go with that. But when I saw the toe or the towel tea service that the seller that I had already purchased some Pyrex from, when I saw that in her store, online store, I said, well, let me see if I can make a deal with her. And so after maybe several negotiations that spanned for a couple of weeks, I was able to get the price that I desired, and she sent it to me, and here it is. And she wrapped it up so nicely. I mean, when the tiny studio assistant opened up the box, it was just wrapped up very well. And that's how you want your vintage items, your antiques, to come if you're buying them from an online seller, or if your favorite consignment or vintage shop, if they also mail items to their customers, you want your items to come in looking like this. This is what you want. And that's how that's how she wrapped my vintage Pyrex as well. My vintage Pyrex bowl was made in 1968, I believe. So that was over 56 years ago. And so she wrapped up that Pyrex bowl excellently. Okay, like this. Wrap upon wrap upon wrap. So let's unwrap this. The tiny studio assistant, she already unboxed it for us. But let's get a good look and find out how it is on the inside. And when I say she wrapped this up good, she really did. Okay. I appreciate that too. And here's the tape. Maybe I should get one of my embroidery knives, scissors, and open it up. Okay. And I'm trying to tell you, this is exactly what you want. You want a seller who is going to wrap up the merchandise. Because this bowl, I'm getting my little these scissors, they're small, but they can cut. Now look at that. You see that? These scissors are no joke. I ought to know because I have cut myself several times using them. Okay. She wrapped this up really, really well. Still cutting. Okay. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Oh, amazing. Look at this. Oh, it feels so good. Look at that. That's the inside. Ooh, gotta be clean. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. And there is the inscription on the bottom. T-O-W-L-E, Toll. Famous silversmith. This is beautiful. So I am guessing she has this professionally cleaned. They did a good job, an excellent job on this. So I'm guessing that this teapot, this looks like a coffee pot. Yeah, this coffee pot more than likely is about, I want to say maybe about 80, 90 years of age, but it's in excellent condition. It's heavy, very nice. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the tray. She wrapped that up very nicely. Here's the tray. Get my scissors. I'm gonna start here. I'll show you these embroidery scissors that I use for crochet. I'm trying to tell you they are not, these ain't no joke. Not at all. They will cut. Look at all that. And here it is. Silver tray. You can tell it's been used, but it's not badly scratched or marked or anything. Look at that. That is beautiful. This is all silver plate. It's in really excellent condition. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Then you see the towel or the towel mark the label. You see it. There it is. This is so nice. Yep, this has got to be about 80. I just can't believe this is in such excellent condition. So, of course, this is going to top over here like this. See that? That is beautiful. Okay. Let's see. What else we got here? Okay, this must be the creamer. I know I didn't just pick that knife back up. And get my little trusty scissors. And you know, I love finding a vintage online shop. First of all, that's trustworthy. That's number one. And then number two, that wraps up their packages well. So here is the creamer. Isn't that beautiful? Now you can tell it's been used, of course, but it's been polished so nicely. And then there is the toll marking on the bottom of it. Okay, this is really nice. This is the creamer. And let's see the top over there. Okay, let's get this out of here. I'm trying to tell you, you guys need to get you some embroidery scissors. They cut like nobody's business. And they're cute too. Okay. She really wrapped this up for me. I really appreciate that. Sorry for the noise. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. Now this has not been used. Here's the cream. This is the sugar bowl. Sorry about that. And I see the other part to it over there. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me grab it. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So let's get, here's the top to it. Ooh. I'm trying to tell you, she wrapped this up for me. She really did. She's going, and that's why the way she wrapped the Pyrex bowl. Did I guys show you the Pyrex bowl? I can't remember. I did. Comment down below if I showed you the Pyrex bowls that I purchased from this seller. I kind of don't think that I did. Okay, so here's the top, and this is the sugar bowl. Isn't that beautiful? And there is the back side of it, and there is the inscription of toll. So, or towel. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I keep saying toll because just because it's spelled like towel, maybe it's toll. But this is the whole set. It's heavy, it's silver plate, and it's more than likely, I want to say at least 80 years old. And she told me she had it professionally cleaned. So this is my silver set. Can you use silver? Silver plate? Yes, you can. Silver plate was meant to be used. Well, all silver was meant to be used. But yes, silver plate. The history of silver plate was back in, our grandmothers and great-grandmothers' time, people wanted to use silver, and silver was expensive. So you could get silver servers or something like that, but it would run you a few $100s. Those same silver services, those same sets today would run you anywhere between $3,000 to $10,000. And there are some tea and coffee service sets that can take you all the way up to $20,000 and $30,000. So back in our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents' time, if they liked silver and they wanted a silver serving set for, for every day or for entertaining, they had to use silver plate. And that silver plate is copper, a copper piece overlaid with silver. That's what silver plate is. Silver is silver. So that's what this is. It's copper with silver overlay. And silver plate was more affordable for middle class and lower income people to afford. So you could buy silver plate items. And there were a lot of manufacturers back in the 1800s all the way up into the mid 20th century that designed pieces that were silver plated for people to use. And items such as this, you could use them every day. You can use them every single day. And that's what I plan to do. I plan to use it for tea, and to show the Tiny Studio assistant how to use these items just for every day. All you have to do is polish them and keep them clean. I have a silver, like I said, I have a silver plate set, tea and coffee server. This is missing, so this is the tea. This is missing the coffee. This should be like 5 pieces. So what I'm missing is the coffee pot. So this is just the teapot, the creamer, and a sugar bowl with the tray. And so what I'm missing is the coffee pot. So I'll probably source that. I'm sure I've seen something around, and I'm probably going to stick with this collection of the Toll brand instead of going, or maybe if I see something that I really like from William Rogers and Brothers, or FB Rogers and Sons. If I see something that they have and I like it in the coffee pot, then I'll probably get that. And it's nothing wrong when you are decorating to mix and match. You can have different manufacturers, different brands and things of that nature. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So it depends on what I find. If I continue to look, I might find something to for this. But in the meantime, I am going to just love this. Now, there are a lot of creamers that did come with a top to it, okay? But I can tell from the way this is made that this did not come with a top to it. But a lot of different creamer cream, sugar and cream sets had tops to them. As a matter of fact, I was on eBay the other day and I saw from William Rogers and Sons, I believe. I saw a just a small um, tea, no, a small coffee, no, a small, come on now, Neil, a small creamer and sugar set on its own tray. And it was so cute. And I've been going back and forth with the seller on the pricing for it, but it was really, really cute. And it came with a top to the creamer. So there are a lot of manufacturers where you'll find the creamer comes with a top, or if it had a top, it's without the top these days. But this one obviously did not have a top to it, which is a regular creamer. And I have another creamer in another video on this channel where I showed you a thrifting haul where I found a creamer, and it didn't have a top, but it wasn't meant to have a top to it, and it was very beautiful. It was I want to say initialed. It had initials on it, but it was just really, really nice. And so this is a really beautiful tea set. This whole set is just beautiful. And whoever she had to go ahead and to professionally clean it, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and I am definitely going to just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And it's going to sit on my table in the great room. So it's just very, very beautiful. And when the spring comes and I decided I want to have my daughters come by for a tea party, I think this would just look so nice to be able to do that along with my depression glass. And I did not show you the depression glass plates that I have on the table. I'm trying to think, did I show you guys that? I don't remember. Menopause fog. But this was just really great, and I love it, love it, love it. And so I found this particular seller on eBay. And as dealing with thrifting online, it has its pros and it has its cons. And sometimes the cons will get you. But you have to deal with a reputable seller and a reputable site. And what I like about eBay is that eBay, when I look at things and I'm thinking about purchasing them, eBay has a money back guarantee on the items that I'm looking at. And that's important to me, even though the sellers say, well, we don't take returns and all this other stuff. eBay say we'll guarantee you. So if something is wrong and it doesn't look right or what have you, I can still deal with eBay. And I like that. And when you're buying things online or you're thrifting online, it's really important to make sure that there's some type of guarantee on the money back guarantee on the products. You want to also do your due diligence in looking at items. And like I said, I did the research on who the manufacturer of this tea service is. I did all of the research on that, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about the manufacturer, so that I am able to, sit back. And you have to also do your research on pricing on vintage items, because there are people on eBay or online period there or anywhere, they're going to sell their items for how much they feel they can get for them. So when you're online, it's always good to have a working idea of how much such and such is going to cost, how much it would cost you in a brick and mortar store, how much it costs on different auction sites. How much is it selling at an antique? How much would an antique dealer sell it for? You want to know all of those things before you actually start buying. Another good thing to do when you're buying on thrifting online is to look at all the pictures. Now, if you find something that only has 3 or 4 pictures, ask for more pictures. That's what I do. If I'm interested in something and I see it only has 3 pictures, I ask for more pictures. You have to do your due diligence. Another tip for thrifting online is ask questions. It is so important to ask questions. If you have a question about a certain item that you see, Ask the questions then. Do not wait. Do not wait until the item comes to you and then start asking questions. And, that causes a lot of confusion. Ask questions as soon as possible. If the seller answers your questions to your satisfaction, then you can make the final decision on whether or not you want to buy that item. Another thing I learned about thrifting online is that it's really good to look at the reviews. See what other buyers have said, shoppers have said about this seller. And what I do is I read the negative things first. I do that on Amazon as well. Read all the negative things first and then read the positive. And that way you'll have a balanced balanced information about the particular item and about the particular seller. Because if you're reading reviews and they said the seller would stuff all your things inside of a shoebox and wrapped it up in duct tape and sent it to you, well, then you have to ask yourself, well, do I really want to buy from this person because they're really lackadaisical in shipping items? Especially if they're valuable items such as the silver here. I've bought depression glass, Waterford vases, things like that. You have to make sure that, when you read the reviews, you really take it in because, this is the seller. So if I order a Waterford vase, which I'm looking at right now, and I read the reviews, and the reviews said that they, sent the vase, they sent some type of glass item wrapped up in newspaper and duct tape and stuck it inside of a cereal box and mailed it, I'm going to be like, what? Then maybe this seller is not for me. This person right here that sold me this tea service, they had really great reviews. And the Pyrex that came before it, the Pyrex was just packaged so well that I had to give them a 4, well, I think it was a 5-star review, 6 stars, whatever eBay does. And that's why I saved this particular seller, and I said I'm going to keep her in mind so that when she has some things on here that I want, I know that I can go to her and that she's going to handle me well. And that's what I like. I like this. So let me let you take a look at it again. Isn't that just beautiful? And I haggled with her a little bit because I will haggle with you over price, because as you guys know, I don't go over a certain limit when it comes to, thrifted things online. I do not do that. So I'm always haggling, trying to get the best price. And with what makes me such a great person to sell to is because whenever I make an offer, I'm firm. Whenever I make an offer and the offer goes through, I send these people their money, and that's what makes me a pleasure to deal with. And that's another tip. Whenever you are buying online, make sure that if you're haggling, you you decide you want to buy something, go ahead and be a woman or a man of your word and give the seller the money. Don't play around with that. Do not play around with that. If you want something and you have the money, go ahead and purchase it. Do not play games with the money, because 9 times out of 10, the seller, they're trying to pay their bills. Even though they love thrifting and looking for vintage things to put inside their online boutiques and sometimes their brick and mortar institutions or places, they have an overhead. They got to pay for the gas. They got to pay for the lights. They got to pay for all that bubble wrap that you just saw. They got to pay for that, the box. They have to pay for all of those things. So just give them their money. Be good on giving the money when you're supposed to. So that is it for today. I said I wasn't going to hold you too long on the line, but I did anyway. It's 30 minutes into the hour. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, vintage. I love vintage things. And one of the things I love about buying vintage items such as this tea service and my depression plates and Pyrex and things of that nature is because they all had a life. They had a life, and they were put to good use. and obviously the way they were made, the way these items were made, I mean, they were made to last. And obviously, they were made to last lifetimes, not a lifetime, but lifetimes. And when you are redecorating your home, or you're doing some seasonal decorating, it would never hurt to run out to your local Goodwill or your Salvation Army, your antique store, your flea market, your antique mall. It'll never hurt to go to those places and see what you can find, and to give vintage antique things a new life, because that's what they were constructed for. They were constructed for lifetimes. People don't make things like that in that with that intention anymore. Just like cars, you could have a car and pass it down to your kids, and, they can enjoy it, maybe pass it down to their kids. No, not these days. I think for me, a car's lifespan is 10 years. And basically, it's really, what my husband say, it's really 5 years, because it seems like every 5 years you need to, re-up your vehicle. For him, he likes to do it every 2 years, But me, vehicles, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You just, they don't make them to last anymore. So when you decorate your home with items that you may find at your local, flea market, your local thrift store, your local antique or consignment shop, your local Goodwill, your local Salvation Army, all of those places, your antique mall, and look for vintage things there. Even when it comes to like linen, go to the thrift store and purchase it. Give it a new life. All you gotta do is put it in a washing machine or take it to the cleaners. You save yourself some money, and you save the environment as well. I'm not trying to tell you to go to the thrift store and get you a bed. Don't do that. Now, you may be able to find a really good bed headboard from a thrift store that might be good. An antique bed frame you could get from the thrift store. If it's made of wood, it's good. Buffets, all of those things, nightstands. Oh, Facebook Marketplace is also a good source for getting vintage things, antique things, thrifting. Those are the best places to go. All right, so I'm going to get off of here, and oh my goodness, I just want to show you again. Look at that. Silver plate. She had all these items clean, and that's still kind of dirty. I'm still going to try to get in there myself and clean this. But yes, thrifted items. I love thrifting. I love thrifting in person and online. You just have to know how to do it. All right, I'm out of here. I'm your girl, Nell. I am going to, I think I have something I need to get started on with school today. I'm going to try to work on that. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this paint out my hair and go and take the tape off of the Tiny Studio Assistants, the tape off from around the perimeters of the walls in her room and help her take that down. And I think that we need to do some touch-up painting. So we're going to work on that today as well. I've taken down some more things, and my max that's back there, that's getting ready to go into the entryway, and my beautiful picture here, that's going into the entryway. I've been thinking about what to do, so what I'm going to do, but this is the last week though that I'm going to be working on the house in that way. After this week, I'm going to rest on that. no more revamping, decorating, anything after that. This is the last week for all of those good things. So I think that the next time I hop on here, I'm going to show you the vintage Pyrex that I purchased. I'm collecting a set. And as a matter of fact, the other bowl that goes with the bowl that this this seller sent me. I've been sourcing pieces, and so I found the bowl. It should be coming on Thursday or Friday. So I'll let you guys see that. And then I sourced, that was the part of the daisy. I think it's called the daisy pattern, Pyrex pattern. And it comes with 4 bowls, 2 orange daisies and 2 just plain yellow bowls. And so I found the other daisy bowl to go to it. And I think that there is a seller. I bought another Pyrex mixing bowl from. It was a Hamilton Beach bowl. And it went to the Hamilton Beach mixer. And I had one. I had thrifted one about 25 years ago, and it was broken. And so I found it again, and I found it again, and was able to buy it. And that came, I think, came about last week. But I found the smaller bowl that goes inside of it. So I wasn't playing with you when I told you I'm getting ready. Getting ready for the fall, winter. And you know, when you're thinking more spiritually, you know that certain things are really important. So having my tea set here, that's important. Making sure I have my baking station set up, it's important, because I'm going to not only be baking there with those bowls, using those bowls, I'm also going to be canning, putting things, making jellies and jams, putting things away for the winter. That's what I plan to do. That's my goal. And to live a more sustainable life, you know, and a life full of intention, right? Full of intention and purpose. Okay, I'm off of here. I've been on here too long. I'm drinking some hawthorn tea. Hawthorn is really good for you. It's good for inflammation. It's good for to help you release water. It's a diuretic. It's good for your heart. It's good for arthritis. It's good. Hawthorn berries into a tea. It's really good. So I'm drinking some hawthorn tea today. All right, so I am out of here. I am going to put this in the great room, and I'm going to get rid of all of this bubble wrap. I think the Tiny Studio assistant said that she wanted it. We'll see. Okay, I'm out of here. Don't forget to like. Do not forget to subscribe, and also comment. Let me know that you enjoy the content that I have on this channel. All right, so the next time you see me, my beautiful golden lady might not be here. Maybe something else up there. And because she's going into the foyer, and I'm going to be removing the rest of those hooks, and my mask won't be there. So this is my final week of decorating with intention, getting the house together for the fall winter season. All right then, and you know, for Samhain, the Samhain season, November Eve. So we're doing it. All right, well, I will check you out later. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And I'm your girl Neil. I gotta get this paint out my hair. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.